Going live.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you. We go live in 14 minutes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We go live in 9 minutes. So, we are now going live in 5 minutes. I will now just start to prepare some of the things as always. I will post the link that you will need to use if you want to copy my trades. The first link you see there is for Forex. Using that link you also get my indicator for free. And the link number 2 you see there is for binary option. It's the one you see here with Forex. We will start in 3 minutes. Today, to start a little different, we will start with binary option. Typically we start with Forex, but today we'll start with binary option. Okay, then we will start. So, as always, we will take a look at investing.com. For the ones that have not done that yet, Meg's account here is completely for free. And also make sure you put in your address, because when you put in your address, every time you see on investing.com will follow your own time zone. So the tool we always use before we're trading is we go to the news section you see up here. You go to economic calendar. From there you will see if there are any 3-star news. If there are any 3-star news, that means there are huge news going on and we should not be trading. So you see here now, for example, with USD, we have a 3-star news. That means there will be huge movement at least for more 30 minutes, because this was just 30 minutes ago. So we are now going to stay away from the USD pair. We will now take a look at the binary option like we talked about. We can see here that we are in the USD pair. I think for the binary option, we will take the trades. We will look at the chart and see how it looks like, and if everything looks okay, we can take the trade here. But for the Forex, we will stay away. So for me, this looks quite nice. We will now put up the things we need. We will first put up Bollinger Band, and we will put up stochastic. Then we will edit our Bollinger Band first. We will remove the median line. We will change the upper line to white, the lower line to white, and for the stochastic we change the blue to yellow, just to see better. So now we can see, let's mark up the bottom here first, there. So if we now touch this, we can change this to green. We will put up after, but we'll keep this one just for now as we are so close to it. Let's change to 100. If we now touch this green line you see here now, we will go for a call trade. The reason for that is we will then be probably in the black area here for the stochastic. We have a space in between the lower Bollinger Band and our support. And when we have all these 3 criteria, that's a trade for us. The same we will do in the upper area. We will take a line up here. This one is, by the way, not valid right now, because you can see the stochastic, the Bollinger Band in the top is currently above the red line, and that means we can't trade there. We can see that we do not have any certain areas. Let's see if we take on this spike we see here. That also works with this as support over here. So that would be a valid trade. So let's go back. So now if we can come up to the red line, we are going to take a trade. Then we have a put trade. And for the green, we have a call trade. So then for simplicity, we will put a horizontal vertical line right here. Let's make this one yellow, a little thicker. So now everything that happened after here, we can then, if we are not here, we are taking, for example, looking at the Forex signals, we can then see how things would have gone if we have been here. Hopefully we get a trade today, but if not, it's completely okay. When I have my live sessions, I can't be sitting waiting for trades, because that can be too boring for you all. So I need to take the trades. So if I just sit here for 1 hour waiting, this will be a very boring session, so we will not do that. Of course, we will spend a little time here, hopefully we get a trade, but the rules are very simple. I will explain it one more time. To take a trade, a put trade, we need to have a space in between our resistance zone. Resistance zone is basically an area where we have touched it before, many times. That you see these bars here have touched it, and when touch go down, for example, then it's a resistance zone. Or the other way around, if you are above it and touch and go up, like you see here, then it's a support. So support turn resistance and the another way around. So currently this is resistance and this is support. So the rule is like this. If the Bollinger Band, this upper line you see here, the white one, you have a space in between that and the red line, that is the resistance, and this bar thing here go up, let's say come a big green bar and hit this red line, then if this stochastic line here is then up in this black area up here, that means above this area here, we do then have a trade. The same in the bottom. If we have a space in between the lower Bollinger Band and the support, and this stochastic is in the dark area down here, we also have a call trade. So for simplicity, I made this support green and this one red, marking basically call and put trade. So we will check back here once in a while just to see, but that is basically the rules we are following to taking trades for binary option. So let's go back here. Not yet. There are no trades open yet. Now let's go to the pairs. We will take a GBP, GPY. You can see here what happened. We had a fake out, but it's what I told everyone about. For the bottom area here, we are only going to take a short trade if we close below the green line. So here we basically have two supports. We have the support of the trend line and we have the support of this support area. So for us to take a short trade here right now, we need to this bar here needs to close below this support line you see here. Then we can take a nice short. So our trade can look something like this. If we close below here now, we can take, for example, a trade like this. We will take the stop loss little above the trend line, will be above the support, and be above these spikes we see up here. And we can target the bottom we see here, because here seems like we have another area that is pretty strong. So, but we see we clearly can go down to this area. So that's a trade we can go for. So if, as you see here now, if this one close the way it is right now in 1 hour 51 minutes, that is opening for us to go with a short trade. We were basically waiting for the squeeze to happen here. Like here you can see a fake out. Typically here we see we got a retest. This would typically be a trade I would take for the upside. I would have lost this trade if I was live trading, because this is a perfect setup for a long trade. As we break out, get a retest, he close perfectly, but you see he go down again. So here I will admit I would have taken the long trade with a high probability to win, but I would have taken the stop loss maybe down here, so it would have lost very little, but still that would be a trade. So no trading way you do is 100%. Never think that you will win every single trade. You will never do that. You might win most of them, but not every single trade. So yes, you will lose trade, but that's the reason it's so important that you do this. Do you see here? If for some reason this closed down here and you take this trade, then you see even if you have 50% win rate, you're making a lot of money, because let's say you lose $100 on the stop loss, you make 231 when hit the profit. So if you win 50% of the times, you're making a lot of money. So that's the clue. But of course we win much more than 50%. Some weeks maybe we can be terrible week and we have like 48%. That's very rare, but can happen. We still make money. That's the clue. But most of the time we are around 85% trading the way we do now. But like I said, you can have a bad week, I can have a bad week, but we still make money in a bad week. It's all about the mathematically about how you, when you are following your rules, you know the win rate through a certain amount of trades, and you keep the odds in your favor, making your winners bigger than your losers. Of course you make money. Of course. We will always print money every single week. But at the current moment, we can see if we can find day trading. Sometimes they are quite sweet. Here we can see we broke below, and we can see we have a momentum going up. So here we can go with a long trade, looks like. But as this will also work as a resistance, it's not smart because it's a very big pressure both ways. So I think if the 30 minutes had closed above this trend line, yes, we could have been taking a nice long trade, but at the current moment, as we are in between here, it's very hard to say. It can go any direction. We can go below, like we have the one I talked about here, or we can cross above. You see now we are testing that this trend line. If in 17 minutes. So let's do like this. Let's unmark this one. Let's go back to GBP, GPY in 17 minutes and see if we maybe can get a long trade or short trade. We can take both. So let's wait and see, and we will be reactive to what the market gives us. If we close in between here, obviously we can't trade it. But let's come back to this in 70 minutes and I will tell you my thoughts, because what we also can see here, if you take a trend in the 30 minutes, we can see that we had more like a downwards trend that is broken. So the probability right now might be that we come back into this zone again, and that this support is too strong on the 4-hour view. So let's wait and see, because if we break here above here now, I think we might go up and retest at least up here. But we will see how we do it in now 16 minutes. I think we can go now to the dollar to see how things looks like here. Let's check first. Okay, so here of course we are looking for sell opportunities. I have been talking long about this $1. I'm very surprised at how we go in and up. We break it so often. That is very strange for me. I really thought that we would be much farther down already. So it's not moving the way I thought it would do. We are going very sideways lately. So I do not see any trades on the here. And if we look at the 30 minutes, we are currently hitting this support here. So if we break through here now and we close down, for example, around here, we can then go for a sweet short trade, at least down to this region here. Let's see here, and we can take a stop loss just right below. So a trade we can be looking for example, let me show, is if we close down, let's say here, if we come down to this region here, we can then take a stop loss just right above this spike up and target down to around, let's say here. So this, if this bar can close down in 40 minutes, if we can close down to this region here, we can then go for a short trade. So let's unmark this one also. One more we can come back to in 14 minutes. Let's take a look at GBP, GPY. Here we did open our short trade. Let's see how it looks like in the higher time frame. So we are, how much are we in the money? We are currently 1 to 2. So you can close this trade now. We can see that that's more than enough. You can, if you want, you can close everything, or you can close half and move your stop loss to 0 like this, and then target the lower area. But as we see, it looks like it's pretty strong support down here. We are going with a, but we see there is still a downtrend. If we move, if we take a trend line here now, you can see that it's making lower lows every day. From here lower, here lower, here lower. So might have some more to move on, but it's not moving as fast as we want to. So you can close this trade now, and we are making 2 times our money on this trade. But let's remove this now and see if we can find a new trade. So let's start over. This was a profit trade. We can close it. Let's see if we can see some new opportunities. So as we see on the daily, we are only looking for short opportunities. So let's go to 30 minutes and see if we have a short opportunity. So currently you can see that we are in a support area. Let's make a horizontal line here. So trade will be if we break below this red line. So, but it's not too much to go on, so it's not a trade I would take. It's very short distance from here and down to here. And the stop loss we will need to put at least up here. So it will be basically a 1-to-1 trade. So currently we are happy that we closed this one in profit, but I think we do not have any more trades here just right now. And if we take a trend line, we can see what we did see. We have a downwards trend like this. And the probability is that he will just go down to this trend line, and it's not too much movement. Because if we break below, we might break around here, and then the stop loss will be maybe even bigger than the take profit, and that's not something we want to do. So we are done with that one. We can take a look at the... first let's go back here. As we can see, we can now... I do not feel I want to move this one just right now, but we can move this one a little down. Let's see where we think we can have it around here. Maybe even there. Let me see. Yes, here we can see that's a region where we hit and we go down. We don't have, and we see in the upper also we go down here and go up. So this area is pretty strong. If we come up there now, we can take a trade because it's all criterion is correct. We have a space for the upper bullish band up to the red line. The stochastic will come up in this region. So if this bar can go up here now, this one will not be valid for a long time because we see the turn on the upper bullish band is turning upwards. So this one might soon go above, and then we need to move our resistance zone. But if this bar can come up here now, I'm ready to put call. The put. Not call, but put. Let's see. We can take it still, but we'll be there. We are in. We are in with the trade. Now let's wait and see how this turns out. So the reason for the trade, you see that we are high with the stochastic. We are in an area where we see that you have previously get reaction when come up to. And if on the next bar we could not take it because we see the bullish band upper line is crossing upwards, but currently you see it's in profit. So now we just need to wait more 30 seconds or so and see if we get a winner. And we got a winner. So we see here now, if we go to close it, you see we got a winning trade. There you see how the power is of trading with the support and resistance. So now we will come back to this in a little while again and see if we can get more trades. But now you can see the Bollinger Band cross above it. So this one is not valid more. So now we need to move it up to this line. Because right away this Bollinger Band cross above, that means the market is ready to go higher. And we can't, maybe get one more trade now, let's see. If we can come up to the red line, we take one more. A little more, and I take it. Let's wait and see. We need to touch a line. It's still not all the way up. Let's see, a little more. We are very close our line. Let's zoom in a little. You can see we almost touch it, but I'm very critical with my lines. So when I put them, I need to touch my red line for make a put trade. So let's wait and see. Maybe we can get one more trade out of this. We are waiting. Come on. No. Like you see, we are very close, but I follow the rules 100%. If I don't see this one go and touch my red line, I do not take a trade, because you see here, would not touch it. I'm very critical with my entries. That's why I have a so high win rate. So if you see now this month, the trades I have done, just so you can see what type of win rate we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winners and just one loss. Just so you see that this is not made up. This is if you can come up there again, I take the trade. This will be the last bar, by the way, because we see the Bollinger Band start to get close to our red line. That means if this Bollinger Band cross our red line, means the market is ready to break up. So I think actually this touched this one here, but we are not following. No, did not touch. I need to go a little more up for me to take it. So you see, I'm a little critical. Of course, some people might have taken this trade and would be a winner, but I'm very critical. That's why I also have a big win rate. I'd rather take perfect trades than just take a trade because it's close. If I put a line, it's a reason for it, and then I keep to it. If I start to take it, then like now, you see the Bollinger Band in the top is crossing above. So even if this one come up to our red line now, we will not take the trade more. That means we now once again need to move to the other top. You see here, here is your top. So now our new is up here. We always need to have a space between the upper Bollinger Band and our resistance zone. Now let's go back to Forex. At least we got one trade. I'm happy with that. We made $85. Amazing. Maybe some of you trade harder than me and get a higher profit. I hope you did. And if you have done one of these trades that was here, that was close, congratulations, because this is also how thick you make the red line. If I made it thicker, we would have touched it. So, of course. But when I first put the line and I put the thickness, I follow my rules 100%. So if I see like it's a millimeter away, I don't take the trade. I take it only when touched. So, and like I said, that's the reason I am successful buying the option. The reason is because I follow my rules 100%. And when you have rules, you need to follow them. Now let's see if there are any questions. Quite many. So let's first, before I answer, let's put the links. So if you want to copy my trades, the most important is the binary option, because I put up the lines, I explain the system, and if you want to copy the way I'm trading, you need to use my broker, because if you use another broker, the trades will not be the same. Okay, so if you want to copy my trades, that's the one you need to use. So I will pass it here now, so you have it. So now let's see if there are any questions that I can answer. There are quite a lot here. I attend session is okay. Yes, we did a trade now, but if that's what you're talking about, do you still carry cash? No, I have all my money in crypto. Peter, you can't be serious. How did? Yeah, that's the thing. Binary option. Binary option is easy when you follow the rules. It's so easy when you start to trade and you have a set of rules, you backtest it. It's same with Forex also. Forex is super difficult till you have made your rules and you follow them. You know that through 100 trades that you're making money with it. Stick with your rules and you make money. The only time you lose money when you start to break your rules. Like you did see with me now with binary option, I could have broken my rules. I would have actually made money if I had broken my rules. But the thing is, when you follow your rules, in the long run, you make money. So follow your rules. Good for you. Good for you. Now let's see. Okay. Is there anyone happy? Okay, we are basically just showing ways that you can trade binary option and Forex and the setups you need to do to make money on the two markets. I hear many asking about this crypto curse. I basically do not know when this will come. I have forgot to ask about it, but I will make sure I ask about it. Yes, we actually use triple confirmation with binary option. And with Forex, we can say double confirmation is correct there. But for Forex, there are three confirmation we need to take a trade. I trade only one, I would say maybe 1-2 hours a day. And max 3 trades Forex and same with binary options. Sometimes I just stop with one trade also, depending how much energy I consume trading, because if you are this type of trader that sits hours after hours after hours looking for trade, you will start losing money. Basically, if you're trading just like me, I'm trading like 3-4 pairs basically. I don't touch other pairs in Forex. Then I can see the setups. I can log in. I have a plan that I follow every single day. I know, but I have my markings. I use so short time to see if there are trade or not. You see my sessions here now. I find my trades so fast. I don't need to spend any time on it. So basically, I use very little time, and you don't need to use crazy a lot of time with Forex. You can actually, if you have a little budget, you can have a normal work together with the Forex trades. That's how I see it, at least, because even if you have a break at work and you're on your cell phone, you can then trade the 30 minutes you have break, for example, and you will find every setup you need, that set, take profit, stop loss, everything, and you can just work the rest of the day and come back and see if you won or not. So use less time you use, but more successful you will be actually. That's the truth. It's not about how many hours you put into Forex. And as we see, we close it in between the trend line and the support. That means we do not have a trade for this one. We needed to close above or below to get a trade. So now it's only if maybe in the annual session we can see if we get a trade that he close in any of these sites. Then so let's do, we keep it still open and we see in the end, right in the end when you're stopping, if we get a signal all the way in the end. Like if closer the way it is right now, we will go for a long trade. Let's check here. So here, like we were talking about, we wanted to see a short trade. That did not happen. So I think here we can just, this will not be a trade. We wanted it to go downwards, but did go up. So euro, we are down with that one also. No trades here. Let's now look into USD, GPY. Okay, we are below this line here. That for me is a short trade. Let's see very fast. We are in an upward trend, so we are trading a little against the trend, of course. But I think we still can go with a short here. So let's do that. So then we see, let's put some lines first so we can figure out where to put the stop loss. I think we set the stop loss here. Let's see what we do. We take a short trade because we broke below, we got a retest. So I think we take the stop loss just above the trend line, and let's target the bottom here. Or if you take 1.5, will we be done? I think we can take care. We can take care. Let's take this trade. Let's take, that's USD GPY. USD GPY. Short trade, and at this area we take our stop loss here. The stop loss is right above the trend in the top, and our take profit is in a previous area where we have come down basically. So let's take the take profit here. We do then, let's make sure I take this trade myself. Let's see. And there, yes. That was the first signal of the day. We did, like you see, we take the stop loss just above this trend we see downwards here. So let's just, it's not a perfect trade because we are trading against the long-term trend, but we can see we have moved sideways for a little while here now. So I still feel comfortable about this trade because we're moving sideways for how long time? Since 29th of August we have basically moved sideways. So that's why I think this still, as we are below this support here that is now resistant, I think we are golden. Talking about golden, let's take a look at gold. Let's look at a higher time frame first. So here you can, like I told you about, to find trades fast. You see that we are still in this area. My target, you basically see what was the market here. I want us to break this trend line, this resistance. When we do both these things, I will then look for a very nice long trade. It's basically what I'm waiting for, and it looks like I need to be waiting a little longer for this because this might take some time. We see that we have many days to go on here because basically every single day is this bar because we are 9 daily, and we might even come all the way back here to we can be waiting 1 month for a trade basically before we get ultimate trade we want. Or we can get a bar like this that is green, and we break a bow and we get it right away. But like I said, I'm very patient with gold, and currently as we are in this downtrend, I need us to break this trend, because I don't have the capability to short. That's a mistake, of course. There are many nice trades you could have taken here, but I don't short gold. I don't do that. So I'm only looking for a long trade, and in that way we need to break this support, this resistant, I mean, and this resistant trend line in the top. So when you have broken this blue and green here, that would be a trade for us. Just for simplicity, I made this one red now. So when I talk about the green, is this one here, and this blue line, we are talking about this blue line up here. Let's make this also another color, so there are no way to misunderstand. So the blue, we need to break the blue and the green line, and when we do that, then we can go for a nice long trade. And to be quite frankly, the trade I am planning to do then, I'll go in a big lot size, and I will close for every position. I will close a little here, I will close a little up here, I will close a little here, I will close a little here, and maybe target the rest up here. So and I will of course move the stop loss for every point. So when I close here, I maybe take the stop loss down here. When I come here, I take my stop loss down here. So we are moving the stop loss a little by little, but we close partly many times. That's something we will do fun together when we come to that region. So this will be amazing trade, and we are going to make a lot of money when we can take this trade. But like I said, this might not be, maybe we need to wait 1 month before we can start with this amazing trade. And this trade, trust me, we are going to make crazy money. We are going to take a very comfortable stop loss also. I think we'll put our stop loss something like here, will be a big stop loss, but we are going to move it. So this will be something amazing to do together, because we are targeting something so crazy, and we are going to make amazing money with gold. So this is one that we are not taking a trade today, but this one we're going to have a lot of fun with when we come here. That will be, we will make the money for the rest of the year on this trade basically. So I'm looking forward to it. Now let's see, we have GBP GPY open still. Let's go to the 30 minutes and see how things looks like. Let's take it on. Okay, let's see if we can do a 50-minute trade, just so we can take a trade today here. Now this one closed in 6 minutes. If we close, you see we have closed up here, we go down. So I think we need to take the 30 minutes, looks to be more accurate. Yeah. So if we can close up here, we can then set the stop loss down here and target the top up here. That's my plan basically. So let's just wait a little longer and see what will happen before we can go in. This one of course did not happen, so we will remove that one. Now let's wait and see. But that will be in the end of the session in 20 minutes basically. So let's go back to binary option. There we have at least made money today. I think we can move our support to here. So if we come down to this line here now, once again I will tell the reason we will take a call trade here. The lower Bollinger Band is above our support. The stochastic is then down here. We can then take a call trade, but only if this red bar can touch this green line while this lower Bollinger Band is still above it. Right away this one cross below, then this one is not valid more. Same with the one up here. Need to be always be a space in between. So, but currently I think we can move this one a little, because you see this one touch there. Let's make sure we have the best entry possible. I think we take it where we original had it, because I see here this one crossed, just so we make sure that we have the higher probability to win. Because here, this one we would have won. Here we broke below, but we don't know how the Bolshevik band was in that time. Here, this one we would have won. This one we would have won. This one we would have won. So at least maybe we have lost one, but we would won 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe lost one. So out of 5 trades we would win 4 times when we see in the back. So that means the probability to win here, it's like 80% chance to win on this line here. This is how you do it. Now, this one we maybe can move down a little soon, down to this region, but currently we see that the upper Bolshevik band would still be, right now would be in 0, you see? So it's up here, we need it. So, like I said again, if you want to start trading binary option full time, you can do so, but you need to follow my rules. Don't look some of these YouTubers that have this 2-minute strategy. I've seen they have like many 100,000 views on that video. That means maybe there are like from 100,000 views, maybe there are like 10,000 people that have lost money trading that way. Because yes, you lose money if you use the 2-minute strategy. I will not say names or nothing, but you lose money on it if you trade that way. I have tried every single strategy there are with the binary option, and this is the only one that I at least see that you make money with. And you see me doing it live in front of you every single session. So this is not any bullshit, this anyone can do, and it's so easy. You just see where you touch it many times and you just put up your bullish band. Because you need the actually you don't need the stochastic that much, you can do it without stochastic. The most important is the Bollinger Band and support resistance. I think actually we can do it without the stochastic. We can actually remove that one, make it more simple. Just follow Bollinger Band and the support resistance. That is enough, to be quite frankly. So just trading support resistant and Bollinger Band and you will be golden. So right now, if this will shoot up now to the red line, we can easily take a put trade and the win rate is super high. Super high. You see here, there, this one touch it, go down, we would won. This one, again, touch it, we will go down. Now the Bollinger Band is above, so we will not take any trade here. Here, we touch it and we go down. 100% win rate in the last. So that means also here, at least we have 80% chance of winning. That means if you trade 10 times, you should win 8 of them. Just trading as easy as you see I do. Now we can move this one. We see this is a point of interest also. You see we come here. You can see from the bottom also, that means this one will now turn support. So I do not see a clear, I think we put it, no, need to be around here. So we also have a space here. Now let's see, we are moving upwards. So like I said, if this one shoot up now to the red line, then we are meeting the criterion. We would then have a space with the upper Bollinger Band to our resistance, and that's a trade for us. So now you see my mouse is above the red button. So if you want to copy, be ready now, because if we shoot up to the red line, we will then push the put button and we have a 80% chance of winning. Of course, no strategy will win 100%. If someone come and tell you that it's a 100% win rate, that's garbage. It's not possible. Don't exist. But 80, 85, yes, that's possible. I have never calculated 100% how good win rate this is. but I will at least say 80-85% win rate. Yes, very easily I can say that, and I have proven that also in these sessions I'm doing. But do not seems like we get this trade. Let's go back to here. This can be a trade now very soon. If we close up here now, we will take a trade in the end of the session. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. I think we have it here, Bitcoin. So currently now we are hitting our resistance zone. Let's take a horizontal line here. We see that this is the area where we hit down, go up, hit down, go up, hit down, go up, hit down, go up. And if we take a look at the 4 hour, seems like we are above it. So in the 4 hour, we are now hitting in the downside. So I'm expecting us to go up, but we need to see what will happen in 13 minutes. So if we can close above here, we can go for a nice, I would like to have a little space. So if you could, there like it is right now, then we can target the upper side here. We see that they hit many times, and take the stop loss, something like this. Let's see, something like this. That could be at just a small trade today, and that's something that we probably will hit today. So, but we need to, that's a trade we can only do in also in the end of the session. So let's move this one up here together with our other trade. So we check together with GBP, GPY, and maybe take 2 trades in the end of the session. Ethereum typically follow Bitcoin, so I'm guessing that looks more or less the same. Let's take a look. This one. Now let's take a look how this looks like. We can see right away that we have starting to build a trend line upwards, something like this. You see we hit that line, we go up, hit it, go up, hit it, go up, hit, go up, had us fake out, but we close it above, and we are now coming down to it again. So here I would take long trades based on this trend line. So if we come down again, we can go in with a trade like this and target the highest high, and just take the stop loss just right below. So let's take below this one just to be sure. And we have a 1 to 2.59. So if you lose $100 here, you win $259. And like I said again, just be correct 50% of the time, you are still printing money. And like I always say, we of course we win more than 50%, so we are making money like crazy doing this. So the trend is going upwards. We are taking only long trades right now. And if you take a look at the 30 minutes, we can see that we recently was down here. So the trade was if we had checked this one first, we would have taken a trade 20 minutes ago. We would have taken a long trade here. So a little sad we are not here, but nothing you can do with now. We might have lost this trading opportunity, but we never lose anything because he will come down and retest this trend line again, and then we can go with a long trade. But currently, this trade, we are not going to hunt it, because if we start to hunt it, then we need, if we take the trade up here, then we also need to move our stop loss, and then you can see it's not so nice trade. It's still valid, it's still a 1.5 trade, but I like to take my trades perfectly. And perfectly is closer to the trend line. So no, we are not taking this trade. It's just so you see my thought process behind the trading. So we will target the tops here, basically. Silver is also a nice one to trade. We can put up some lines here, see what we can see. Let's make it to the 1 day first. We see it's like gold, it's a downtrend currently. I think I see something here, let's see. Looks to me that the market is here we see the downtrend. So, and if we then put the upper, we take where we touch the most times, something like this. Let's see. Try to see if I can get. Basically, what I'm looking for is where we touch the most times. So something like this. You see, we broke up here, and we almost come up to the start of the trend. So this was then this more like concluded the up, because we would have taken a long trade here. That would be a nice trade. Then we can break down here again, and we see we retest. So we are inside again, fighting with these trend lines. So there are no trade here right now. Like gold, I would like us to break above, because silver also I like to only go for long trades. Now let's see, back to binary option. Nothing have happened since last time. You see we almost got a trade here, but we will not have taken it, because you see we did not touch our red line. We need to touch it to take a trade. So, but you see, if we had taken it, yes, we would have won. But my rules, when I set my lines, I keep them 100%. Because if I start to take the trades, and I take, like, where do I put the limit? Do I put it here? I put it here? Like, then if you don't follow your rules, then you start to break them more and more, and you start losing money. And then you start to lose that you will not believe more in your trades. So that's why I always, when I put a line, I need to touch exactly. If I see there are small millimeters, can be less than a millimeter, and I don't feel at the touch line, I don't take the trade. Because then I know when I backtest, I know that I follow the rules 100%. That means, and I put up very critical my lines, I can easily backtest, and I can easily see it if I have won or not. Like now, for example, we can move this line up to this here, because we see that's an area where we touch. We can see more to the back. Not so clearly, but lately at least, we see that's a line where we touch and we go up again. So now we are getting close to a trade up here. We will take a put trade as long as the bullish band keep below this line. Let's wait and see. We are ready. But like I said, we need to touch the red line to take a put trade. If we don't touch, no trade. Looks like maybe not. We have only 5 minutes left, so if it don't happen on this spot here, we will then start to take questions, and then all the way in the end, we will see if we get to trade on the two pairs we are looking at. That's on Ethereum and on, I think it was GBPY, was it? Let me check back here. Yeah, GBPY. These two will check all the way at the end. If one of them can go off the trade. Right now, we can make it ready. Right now this is a perfect for trade, and BTC is perfect for trade. So these two, if they close the way they are right now, we can take a trade on both of them. But let's wait and see. We are very close now to trade here. We are ready to put a put. We just need a small push. As long as this upper Bollinger Band is keeping below our support, we are taking the trade, because it's like, see there now, that's not good enough. We need a little more, and I take it. I should have put it there. I was a little critical. We were, but let's see if we can get one more chance on it. Come on. I should have taken it. I was a little too critical. I think we touched it. But let's see. If we can come up there again, we take it. It's the last buy, by the way, that this one will be valid. There, we are in. So now you see the Bollinger Band is still below it. We have our resistance zone. It's an area where we see that we touch and we go down. Now, of course, looks like we broke it, but let's not count our losses before the bar close. But yes, maybe we lost this trade now, but let's wait and see. And that will be our second loss, actually. That's completely fine. It's good for you to see also that I do not win every single trade. Even though it looks like it, I don't. But yes, looks like this will be a losing trade. Completely okay. Just as long as we stick to the rules, we are happy. And yes, looks like this will be a losing. Yes, we lost this trade. But if you take once again, we lost one today, but you also won one today. So basically we are down only $15 today. So completely okay. Just stick to the rules, and in the long run you make money. Of course, like you see, this is exactly what I talked about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So get 2 more winners. We are keeping to my 80% win rate. So we will look to that later. Now let's see. We are waiting for 2 trades all the way in the end. We will take both these trades. I will prepare them. So we have them ready. So we use as little time as possible. We will take a trade here. We take our stop loss right below down here and take profit up in around, we need at least 1.5. I think I want to take it here, so let's see, the stop loss should be here. Let's move it a little. I need 1.5. We take it. No, we get a little better entry. So let's take it there. We can take this trade now. He will close up there. So then we take our entry here. This is GBP, GPY. So GBP, GPY, long trade. Enter at this here. Take a stop loss. We take it at this level here. And take profit. We take at this level here. So let's post that one. And our another one, let's see, BTC, we did close there, perfect. Then we take this trade also. We take entry, that's BTC USD. BTC USD long trade, enter at here. We take our stop loss, we take it here, and take profit, we take at this. You all had a perfect time. I hope you all made a lot of money, and I'll be back here again in Friday. So with that, have a perfect day.